The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world. I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome in to another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give my little video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to dig it, give it a share. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you are following me on all the social media platforms. That way, if there's a band, a song, a video, something you want me to check out, you can hit me up with a DM or leave it in the comments below. If you are going to leave it in the comments below, just do me a favor, read through. If someone's already made your suggestion, just leave a like and an I concur. That helps my old DJ resin-coated brain get everything into a nice organized list of most suggested tracks, kind of like a most requested list. And then I can get it in to the handy-dandy notebook. And thank you to everybody for playing the I Concur game. I'm seeing it pop up everywhere, so that tells me you're listening and you're paying attention. So thank you very much for that. You're playing along and having fun, and really that's why we're all here. Before we get to today's video, I want to thank Aspen Dental, Connect 200, Music 2C, and Gothic Jewelry. Click the link, enter the code, and get your bling. Today we are back into the Arian Lucassen Ayreon universe. It is a universe. It is vast. It is wide. And this is from the album 01011001, which I think is the letter Y. It's a concept album about aliens giving humans technology and then regretting it. So it's one of those, you got to listen to it from beginning to end. It is absolutely loaded with talent. I mean, this is an absolutely monster album when it comes to level of talent that is on this record. And today we're going to check out a song called River of Time. And this is live, featuring Hansi of Blind Guardian and Marco from Nightwish on vocals. And you would think there would be no stage that can handle that. But today we're going to check it out. This is live, River of Time, Ayreon. Here we go. A lot of keyboards, man. Yeah.
Is it too late to prevent their fall? Are they ready for the key to it all? Mystery solved, the answer to life. The fight
Very well done. River of Time. Arjen Lucassen's Ayreon live featuring Hansi and Marco. And I got to go back to something here real quick. And I'll get to it here in just a second. That was live, River of Time, Ayreon from the album 010110001, which I believe is the letter Y. The one word I wrote down about that entire track is rousing. That is a rousing track, great energy. The command of the two singers, Hansi and Marco, live on stage is just absolutely demolishing in their presence. And the band themselves, everybody has that mentality here. And I think that the more fun a band is having, the more control they have of that moment and of the viewer. So when you see a band with that much talent, with that many people on stage, and they're all enjoying the groove and in the pocket, as they say, and this is a song and a band and a project, and it's written in a way that you got to get into a groove, and once you're there, you're there, and they show that live, and again, great performance. So the energy that's coming off of them to the crowd is matching the tone and theme of that song. It is a rousing, musically speaking, it's rousing. So that's the on-stage chemical connection that they're making with the audience, and they're having a good time with each other. They're enjoying each other's presence, and they're enjoying each other's performances, and that is to be highly respected because, again, I don't think Arjen Lucassen, he and Tuomas Holopainen of Nightwish, they have such credulity in their field and with their craft that they can get anybody to perform with them. So I already know going into this that everybody's going to be top notch without a doubt. But it starts really with Ed Warby on the drums and the bass player, because what they're creating through this entire track is flat out metal. That's what's really deceiving about this track, is that the foundation of it, the bass and the drums, are flat out metal. Even though they're bringing in traditional instruments and traditional sounds and with a more lyrically storytelling vocals, the real foundation and forward drive of this song is the drums and the bass. And they're creating that really good metal tone that you want, that driving, beating, throbbing, chest-shaking sound that you want from your metal. They're bringing it. Excuse me. The traditional instruments and the vocals are adding those brighter colors and the more spring and summer colors to the sound palette that's happening in my head. So it's juxtaposing that traditional folk sound, that traditional European sound on top of that metal, that symphonic sound on top of the metal is blending so perfectly that it's creating all of the perfect colors on that palette. And the one thread that is weaving them all together, and this is why I wanted to come back to this. I've talked before about how important the Hammond B3 organ is to prog metal. From Jethro Tull to ELP to I just lost Uriah Heep, bands like that. The Hammond B3 organ is a very important instrument, and what it does in this song is it creates this perfect background weaving tone. It's so subtle, you kind of have to strain. I almost lost it a little bit in there, but you can hear the Hammond B3, and I joked before about, hey, you need some more keyboards? They all have a purpose, and he knows what he's doing. But you can hear this really cool, subtle Hammond tone, that familiar, classic mahogany, thick, rich, leather-bound books. Your dad smells like Aramis. Just perfect, leathery, rich tone in the background. Check it out. Barely hear it. absolutely brilliant. The subtlety of that weaving, because the bass and the drum are creating this heartbeat. They're creating this simpatico between you and the song. And then the vocals come in and they tell that story, that really good storytelling of an idea that is so meta that even people in the room are like, I think I get it. Very well done lyrically and very well done vocally to capture that lyrical tone and convey it through their vocals. But that one cool thread that's weaving it all together, that's bringing in that juxtaposition of that heavy foundation with that lighter ambient ancillary sounds, is that weaving thread of the Hammond B3. And I think it is just absolutely brilliant. It is so rich. It's so textured in its tone. And Arjen Lucassen is really good about knowing what prog metal fans want to hear. They may not understand it. They may not understand tone and tempo and creative changes and fluctuations within a short period of time, but that is a very complicated song with a lot of moving parts in 3.5 minutes. That's how genius that composition is all of those changes and all of that happening in 3.5 minutes, and you're catching all of that, especially that tull. You're hearing that prog metal come through in that tull sound with the flute, creating that bright, bright sound. I love that, and it's just genius how he's able. He and again, Tuomas Holopainen, these guys are so good at understanding the amounts of what to put where and really how to construct one piece of music. And I have nothing but mad respect for Arjen Lucassen and his ability to really tap in to the expectations of his audience. And that shows you how brilliant he really is at what he does. So thank you very much for the suggestion. Again, keep them coming. That is Ayreon, River of Time from 01011001. Again, fill me in down below with everything. I know I saw Ed on drums, and fill me in with who is who down below and keep those suggestions coming. But remember, no spamming, keep it, polite. No gatekeeping. You know the rules, man. You know the drill. So thank you very much. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you are following me on all the social media platforms. Thank you to Aspen Dental, Connect 200, Music 2C, and Gothic Jewelry. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join me in East Nashville. I appreciate that. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.